everybody, how's it going? My name is Will and welcome to Copper Jacket TV. So believe it or not, we got another major win in the state of California, overturning a long-standing gun law. This is proof that the tides are turning. This is good news, and we need to talk about what just happened with this FPC case today. So let's get to it. Now, real quick before we get started, this channel is proudly sponsored by Attorneys on Retainer, who is backed by Attorneys for Freedom, the only law firm in the entire country that does nothing but self-defense cases. These guys are the self-defense experts. So if you're somebody who carries to defend yourself or your loved ones, or maybe you just keep something in your home for your own defense, having an Attorneys on Retainer membership should be part of your self-defense plan, because heaven forbid you actually find the need to defend yourself. You don't want to go at it alone. If you're a member of AOR, you call the number on the back of that card. You speak to an actual attorney, giving you instant attorney-client privilege. They will activate their quick response team, and they will be there to speak for you and defend you throughout the entire process. They also have civil liability coverage, red flag coverage, online education training, and so much more. Again, this is a crucial piece of your self-defense plan. So check out the link down below. There'll be some discounts down there as well. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here with this big FPC win, which is kind of like a win on top of a win, and I'll explain that here in just a second. We've been talking about this case on the channel for quite a while, and this is one that I have been waiting for personally, because not only will it affect me, but it will affect people across the country. The case is Hoffman v. Bonta, and it challenges California's ban on non-resident carry. As you know, or at least as a lot of you know, California doesn't have reciprocity with any other state. They also do not allow non-residents to apply for carry permits in that state. And so once you cross that invisible border, you are essentially denied your rights and you are disarmed. Now, there was one case that came before this. It was CRPA v. LASD, which did, for its members, allow people to apply for non-resident carry permits. But in order to do that, you had to jump through extra hoops and additional steps that even Californians don't have to go through. Now, Hoffman v. Bonta was pretty much going after the same thing. It was another challenge against California's ban on non-resident carry. This case initially got its first win on July 1st of this year, and I made a video talking about that. It was a huge win and a big victory, right? But just like in CRPA v. LASD, the judge told the two parties, the plaintiffs and the defendants, to get together and come up with a process for obtaining these non-resident carry permits. And California wanted to do the same thing that they did with the CRPA. They wanted people to apply in the county that they were intending to visit. They wanted them to sign an affidavit, and there was all sorts of rules. And from what I understand, it was more than 5 pages of additional things that people outside California would have to do if they wanted to apply for a California non-resident permit. Well, the FPC wasn't having any of that, and they told the judge that they weren't having any of it, and they wanted the judge to issue a permanent injunction simply saying that the ban is done. Instead of saying that, okay, you can apply with these stipulations, they just wanted the ban overturned. And just on the 21st of August, the judge gave them that permanent injunction. So now the FPC and its members can apply for a California non-resident permit and do it exactly how Californians do it without any of the additional steps. Here's the statement from the FPC. So this was just published by the FPC a couple days ago, where it says, earlier today, the court held a hearing to resolve a dispute over the form of the injunction. The state of California had asked the court to issue a complex injunction requiring applicants to submit a sworn statement declaring intent to carry in a specific county within the next 12 months. That's absolutely ridiculous, right? And limiting applications to that county, along with 5 pages of additional conditions and qualifications. But the court agreed with FPC, which asked the court to enter a straightforward injunction, simply blocking enforcement of the ban altogether, which is exactly what we got just a couple days ago. So here's a look at the new permanent injunction that blocks enforcement of California's ban that was just issued on August 21st of this year, where the judge writes, defendant, Attorney General Rob Bonta, defendants, officers, agents, servants, employees, and attorneys, and any other person who is in active concert or participation with defendant are hereby permanently enjoined from enforcing California Penal Code sections 26150A3 and 26155A3 as to CCW applications submitted by plaintiffs' FPC members who are not residents of California, including the named individual plaintiffs. And this was signed by the Honorable Kathy Ann Benciavengo. Now, this is not perfect, right? What we would like to see in California is constitutional carry, but I mean, let's be honest with each other, we're far away from that as of right now, but we would at least like to see some form of reciprocity with other states. So if you're from a state, you have a permit, you should be able to travel into California with that permit like a driver's license. It should be recognized there. And the other downside is that this is just for FPC members, but if you want to try and put a silver lining on it, at least you're supporting a group that is working to restore your Second Amendment rights across the country. So at least you're supporting them in that. So again, it's not perfect by any means, but this is still another smackdown for California's unconstitutional laws, with a judge telling them that what they're doing is officially wrong. So if you're a member of the FPC and you're planning on visiting California, or you're like me and you visit California often because that's where your family is, this is the perfect opportunity to get that non-resident carry permit. Now, the thing that you want to do first is make sure you research where you're going to apply, because different counties have different wait times. There's different expenses that are involved. LA County is just out of control right now, so I wouldn't recommend that. Maybe Riverside County or something would be a better choice. But make sure you do your research ahead of time before you apply. But again, if you're an FPC member and you plan on visiting California, this is the time to get that non-resident permit so that you're not disarmed and lose your rights when you pass state lines. Again, it's not perfect, but a win is a win in California. And like I said in the very beginning, this shows a shift in the tides in that state. We are winning, and this is fantastic. So I wanted to share that with you. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Likes are always appreciated, and you all have a great day.